Hey guys. Okay, we're continuing to build out that balance sheet. Remember the accordion example that I was talking about? We are at the second to last part of this. We're going to be talking today about non-current liabilities, okay? Non-current liabilities, they can either be a complete and total disaster for your business, or they can help fuel your growth. Just depends on how you've used the proceeds more than anything. It's not the debt itself that's problematic. It's how you use the proceeds of those loans. So anyway, quick recap about what we've covered already. We have talked about current assets, non-current assets, and current liabilities. And today we will be talking about the non-current liabilities. So, first up, let's just talk about a simple term loan, okay? Term loan is gonna be something, I see this a lot. It'll typically be something that you may see through a financial institution like Chase is an example, or PNC, or even Capital One. And some of these loans too are also underwritten through the Small Business Administration, the SBA. So some of you may be familiar with that that term. Okay, a note payable is going to be something where you have possibly made a purchase. You've purchased a piece of equipment from more than likely an individual or maybe another small business owner, and that business or small business owner is actually the one holding the note. You owe them the money, right? You don't owe it to a financial institution. You owe it to an individual or another small business owner. So that's what a note payable is. And then our last example here is what are called deferred liabilities. And I'm going to use myself as an example on this one. It won't necessarily be named deferred liabilities. You'll really see something more specific in those, something more specific than just deferred liabilities. You may see it, but you probably won't, okay? And the reason I say that is like I collect a deposit up front when I bring on a brand new client, right? There's a little bit of risk involved for me. And that's the reason that I collect that upfront deposit, because I don't want to get into a bad debt situation down the road. So I'll say, okay, hey, we estimate that it's going to be $1,000 to do the startup work, and then I will say, okay, I want half that money up front. So you need to give me $500. But guess what? I've done nothing, right? I've done absolutely no work, right? So I owe those services. And on my balance sheet, that $500 would fall into something called customer deposits, all right? Now, as I do the work, those monies come off my balance sheet. It's no longer a liability. So as soon as I've performed $500 worth of services for that client, it's gone, okay? It comes off. So that's an example of a deferred liability, okay? So let's recap what we've talked about. We've gone over what current assets are. We've gone over what current liabilities are. And we've also gone over what non-current assets are. And finally, we completed the non-current liabilities. So there we are. And obviously here, the one other thing that we should mention here is the total liabilities is going to be the current liabilities plus the non-current portion of the liabilities equals your total liabilities, right? So that's where we are. And the one other thing that we're going to talk about as far as the fundamentals behind the balance sheet is going to be equity, which we will talk about in the next video. Please comment if you guys have any questions about what I may have talked about today. And if you have something that you want me to talk about in a future video, let me know. And lastly, please follow our Facebook page. Appreciate it a lot. And we will talk to you in the next video.